We've got something unusual today in the 207 Kitchen at Old Main Studios. A tag team, Kerry Altiero, retired owner and chef at Cafe Miranda in Rockland, Bill Gerencer, who's worked his entire career in the fishing and food service industries. He's the author of the memoir, Working Waterfront. We are making today a citrus fluke crudo. Kerry has to begin by preparing the plate. Fluke is a type of flounder, right, Bill?
That's correct. One of the legal names is summer flounder or fluke. They're more in the southern New England, south of the Cape, but Maine does land a few. So Kerry is pre-blessing the plate with a...
He has sand in his blessings.
This is just citrus juice and oil.
With this guy.
Sister Annunziata was right. I'm not going to make it to purgatory.
just the lemon juice and the olive oil.
And Bill's going to slice some fish.
All right, and this fish has already been filleted, correct?
It's been filleted.
George from Brown Trading spent, 10 or 15 minutes filleting this for us.
Seconds. He was so fast.
And if you want to see how that's done, we've got a separate video that'll be on our New Center Maine Plus app where you can see the technique for the filleting that you need to do before you get to this. What are you doing right now, Bill?
Bias cutting this fresh fluke fillet, and this is a sushi grade fluke, which means it's been bled at sea and then kept in basically an ice bath until it came ashore. So this is ready to go, and then Chef Kerry is going to bless it with a little lemon and lime juice. He pre-blessed the plate with it, and then we're going to hit it with some herbs, finishing oil, and a little bit of finishing salt, and that's it. It's a really tasty dish. It's surprisingly good.
No, you might look at this and say, well, what's the difference between this and a ceviche? Well, they're all in the same kind of realm, which is raw fish, essentially, with citrus. Now, in ceviche, the citrus actually cooks it a little bit and firms up the protein. In this case, this is so good. And before we went on camera, I had a bite of this like, hey, it doesn't taste like fish. No, it tastes like, well, what it is.
But there are a lot of people, as you know, who get a little wigged out at the notion of eating raw fish. Maybe they'll eat sushi, but they see something like this and they'll kind of back off. So how would you persuade them to try this, guys?
It might take years to get something.
Well, that's not too encouraging.
I used to cook for my parents, and I eventually got their group of friends, their friend group. It started with lobster, but I eventually got them to do sushi and crudo and things like that. The bottom line is that if fish is not fishy, if it's fresh, it's delicious. And it doesn't taste fishy. It's not for everybody, but if you try it, you'll understand that this is one of the best things you can eat.
What did you add here?
Okay, so we have some pre-prepped items here. There's one more thing I have to do is a little lime zest. Where did that lime go?
Let's do an orange zest.
Okay. So what I did is I put a little bit of lemon juice and lime juice on the plate. And then just a little drizzle of a really fruity olive oil, because that's going to be a nice counterpoint to how delicious this fish is. Because the fish is almost neutral in taste. It has a little bit of brininess to it, and the texture is super, super fine.
Yep.
That's what's really blowing my horn about this one. And then we did a little drizzle of olive oil, some fresh mint. You know, mint is the herb that goes savory, it goes sweet, it goes in southern cuisines, it goes all over the place. And for here, this is going to be, it's really the hours of preparation that your friends will be so impressed. You see how long this took? It took like no time at all. You can do this at home.
You don't get points for making it harder, right?
That's right, David Turin. We don't get extra points for making it difficult. Thank you, David Turin, who was recently awarded a Lifetime Achievement Award by Hospitality Maine.
One of our favorite chefs here in the 207 Kitchen. So you add the zest, and then it's ready to go?
Then he hit it with a little bit of flaky finishing salt, and that adds a nice little bit of texture right at the end.
And flounder, of which, again, fluke is a type, flounder is one of, if not your favorite fish, right, Bill?
It's hard to pin me down on my favorite fish because there's so many good ones, but it's one of my favorite recipes.
Let's call it one of the great underrated fish.
It sure is,
that you can get.
No, most people will think of flounder or fluke or all the flatfishes and think like, oh, well, I had that Francaise, I've had it that way, I've had it this way. This way, you don't have the worrisome like, how do I cook this fish? I don't want to mess this thing up. So this is the way not to mess it up. Don't cook it then. Just put it on the plate and your friends will either be thrilled or horrified. But the thing is, you're going to train them to eat great fish right from Bill, right from here, 207, huh?
The recipe for the citrus fluke crudo is on our website and app. Head to newcentermaine.com, the 207 section. That's where you're going to find the recipe for this dish, which you can then make for yourself at home. Bill, Vanna, thank you so much. Stay with us. Back with more right after this.